Hi everyone, I am back. Sage is back. I am back. It feels good to say that, honestly. So I have now moved into my new space. I've been here about 2 weeks now. It's been pretty great so far. I'm not gonna complain. It's been pretty nice, okay? And you know, the great thing about it was the movers actually got my stuff to me very, very quickly. Like the day after I moved in, it was pretty great. But you know, since then there's been a little bit of hiccups, okay? And I know that this video probably was not the video some of y'all were expecting. You're probably expecting to see episode 8, and you know, I was too. I even posted a photo of myself being like, okay, I'm ready. I'm recording episode 8. So that didn't go according to plan, okay? But okay, as we watch Aragon get a lovely makeover, I'll kind of explain to you my thought process and, you know, why this is the video I am releasing today. So, as many of you know, we received the Growing Together expansion pack last Thursday. So, yes, last Thursday, okay? And my great idea, I was like, okay, the movers got me my stuff quick. Let me go ahead and record this episode. I'm going to record the episode before I update my game or before the expansion pack comes in. And so y'all, I did start to record, okay? But honestly, y'all, I was struggling. For some reason, my mods were acting really funky, even though I had not updated my game. Like, I wasn't sure what was going on. And then on top of that, you know, it's just the Sims doing the Sims. You know, sometimes the game works just great, and then sometimes it's just like, what in the heck? And there was a dinner scene, okay? I was taking some of the Sims out to dinner, and for some reason, it took hours to get through dinner. And even some of the times, the waiters didn't even come to me. And I had Carl's Dine Out Reloaded mod in my game, so I don't know what was going on, okay? And so I was like, you know what? I'm frustrated. I want the new base game update like everyone else got, and I really want to download the Growing Together expansion pack, okay? So, you know, I was like, you know what? I can wait. So I update my game, I download the Growing Together expansion pack, and I was like, all right, cool. I think I'm ready to start playing, right? And then I realized a lot of the stuff that was just popping up as I was starting to play, such as, oh, okay, this person gets a new trait now, or, oh, this person might have liked this. Do you want them to like this? And I'm like, and then I was like, oh, right. I downloaded a new expansion pack. There's a lot of new stuff happening. And then there was a lot of stuff happening with the compatibility between the Sims. And then I was like, you know what, Sage, let's go ahead and select the likes and dislikes for your Sims. Okay, we're talking about the Sim characteristics and the conversation topics, which the Sims game uses to, you know, compatibility between the Sims. Okay, I was like, okay, I might as well just use the game to do this. And plus it'll give me time, and it'll give me time to just kind of wait, make sure all the mods are updated and working as they need to be working. So that's what this video is, y'all. I'm basically going through each character, okay? All 8 contestants, choosing their likes and dislikes when it comes to the Sims characteristics and the conversation topics that came with the Growing Together expansion pack. And yeah, I think it was needed, okay? Now, I do need your help, especially if you watch the series diligently and you have some favorites, okay? I would love if you leave any comments down below. You can either validate what I was saying, that'd be pretty great, or if you have anything else, any storytelling things that you might have noticed that I said and maybe I didn't take into account when I'm assigning these likes or dislikes, please leave a comment down below. Just so then I'll leave this video up for a few days, read those comments, and then I can take all that feedback and put it into the next episode. So this is it from me for now. I'm gonna wrap up this makeover of Aragon, show you some of their new outfits, and then yeah, we're actually just gonna go ahead and jump right into assigning the likes and dislikes. We are now going to get into figuring out the compatibility with these Sims. So I'm gonna do my best to not be biased. So I'm gonna base these conversation topics as well as these Sims characteristics just off of what they like and dislike as of right now and their traits. I'm going to stick closely to that. I think secondarily, I will look at some of the matches that they may already have right now, because honestly, that kind of says something. I did play this as autonomously as possible, so they really built those relationships, not me. Or at least I'm like 10% I built the relationships and they're like 90%. So yeah, all right. So we are going to start with our catfish Sims. We're going to start with Tess, okay? And I don't put her in this outfit a lot, but y'all admire this beauty because I love this outfit. I love this for her. So let's remind ourselves, Tess wants to be friend of the world, and that just means she's a very talkative person. She is a relaxed person. She really just doesn't let things get to her. She's like, I know I'm a baddie and I'm gonna do it, okay? She's also very romantic, and she is smug. Once again, just this idea of I have pride in myself and my achievements. I know I'm that girl, okay? So I think let's start with Sims characteristics. All right, so we're gonna go into here. We have ambitious list Sims. We have argumentative Sims, cerebral, family motivated, emotional decision makers. Oh damn, why do I do that? They call me out. Okay, anyway. Egotistical Sims, funny Sims, hardworking Sims, high energy Sims, nature enthusiast, idealist Sims, okay, homebody Sims, okay, optimistic Sims, pessimistic Sims, pet enthusiast, spirited Sims, romance enthusiast, okay, and then rascals. That's so cute. Okay, so I'm not gonna go through and read these individually with you, but I'm about to read them and then I'll come back with my thoughts. So I am thinking Tess will definitely like funny Sims. You know, she's a friend of the world. She wants to have a good time. She wants to be sitting there laughing with y'all, kikiing, you know, all that stuff. So I think she's really going to be like, yes, funny Sims. Okay. Okay. Also, she will like romance enthusiasts. So obviously anybody who loves love like she does, and, you know, who's really willing to spoil her with all the materials and the love. Like, I think she just really is one of those people who she wants that person that she's going to be with to really fall into love with her as well. So she likes romance enthusiasts. Just so y'all know, I'm also going to give that to Silas too, because Silas does have the romance trait. So I guess in some senses, I am kind of tuning some of these relationships, but it's okay. It's okay, y'all. It's okay. Okay, and I think lastly, I'm going to have Tess not like ambitious list Sims. I was kind of going between ambitious list Sims and then liking hardworking Sims. But I think with Tess, because she is a more relaxed Sim, I think relaxed is one of her traits, I should say. Since Tess has a relaxed trait, I think she's one of those people who is not going to sit here and glorify the grind. That is not what she's thinking, but she does want you to do things for yourself and have goals for yourself. Like, even if it's like something small or something big, like she's like, okay, you have goals for yourself. That is great. Okay, and then we also have to choose some conversation topics. So we have affection, we have arguments, complaints, deep thoughts, deception, compliments, discussing hobbies, discussing interests, flirtation, malicious interactions, jokes, gossip, physical intimacy, potty humor, pranks, stories, small talk, and silly behavior. Okay, I'm gonna read a little bit more into this, and then once again, I'll come back and tell y'all what I'm thinking. Okay, that was a little bit quicker to understand for me compared to the Sim characteristics. So by default, she's definitely gonna like flirtation, okay? She's gonna like flirtation. Actually, y'all, let me pull that back. I actually think Tess is really going to like affection, okay? So here it mentions whether it's friendly or romantic, showing affection is an expression of adoration towards another Sim. And with Tess being a friend of the world as her aspiration, and then also her being romantic, her being a wedding planner, I think she is one of those Sims where she really does want the best for many Sims across the world. I'll put it that way. And so she's probably going to show affection towards you romantically or friendly. She's going to be sitting there like, that is so great for you. Like, let me give you a hug, that type of thing. So we're going to go with affection. Okay. As an FYI, no one's going to get physical intimacy. Okay. And that's because of the challenge rules. We're trying to limit the amount of physical interactions we see. So not so much physical reaction. I'm not gonna like dislike it or like it for anyone. I'm just gonna leave it as is, okay? So Tess will not like gossip. She's a friend of the world and she's a relaxed person. She's definitely one of those people who's like, do not bring that energy to me. We all know that people are doing the best they can out there. I need you to stay in your lane, okay? So that's how Tess is gonna be. She's not gonna like the gossip. She's not for it. Okay. And I have 3 more for you. She's definitely going to be a person who likes deep thoughts, okay? Many people have this idea of what their ideal wedding is. And I think for Tess, she's going to be like, okay, why do you feel like this is very important? Like, she really wants to understand her clients that come to her. And so, you know, I think that's why a lot of her clients end up being great friends with her. So we're going to add deep thoughts. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so Tess is definitely one of those Sims. She is smug. She knows she looks good. So we're gonna have her like compliments. So if anybody try to give her a compliment, she gonna love it. She's going to love it. Okay. So we're gonna give her one more interaction or one more conversation topic. I think she's going to dislike malicious interactions. I mean, honestly, I don't know who actually likes malicious interactions, but I think for Tess, basically the same vein as the gossip, right? She's like, stay in your own lane. I am a relaxed person. I'm here just to move through life. I want to help people more than I'm going to try to tear them down. So that's what we have for Tess. Okay, y'all. So I'm actually going to add one more like to the Sim characteristics. I'm going to add that Tess likes spirited Sims. So this kind of goes back to what I was just saying, okay, of how I think about Tess. She's a relaxed person. She's one of those people who wants to make sure people feel good and welcomed in any space. So I think she's going to be that person who's like, okay, you're bringing positive energy towards me. You're bringing good vibes. I love people who can do that. So she's going to go with spirited, and that's going to be it. Okay. And so with that, we're going to go on to Silas. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. Okay, so we're going to review the traits one more time. Silas is also a romantic, a vegetarian, and then an emotional Sim. Okay, I don't remember doing that. Okay, I don't remember giving Silas that trait, which is funny as Okay, but basically with Silas, I have not actually put out anything additional about Silas compared to some of the other Sims, but I know for me, let me read what I wrote in my notes. So this is what I wrote about Silas. I'll put a little blurb on the screen here as well. But I wrote that Silas grew up in Evergreen Harbor, and it's the place that his parents met, fell in love, and advocated for Mother Earth and everything green. So Silas would love to find someone who ultimately does good in the world. It doesn't have to be involved in the environment, but that would also be a plus. So I think for Silas, he's very much that person where he saw his parents come together, okay? In my mind, I envision him as a mixed race person, Asian and Black. Once again, this is just all of my own thoughts, okay? And so he sees this interracial couple that come together. They have this one goal, and then they started to realize that like they're not that different at all. And so he hears his parents' love story. And so I think for Silas, he does get pretty emotional. He's like, I love that stuff. I love stuff where, you know, people can just provide this good, loving energy to the earth or to everything that they do. So yes, that's a little bit about Silas. So let's go ahead and add some characteristics. So we already went over this before, so let me just kind of go through. So Silas will definitely love romance enthusiasts. I mean, once again, Silas wants to fall in love. Silas wants that person. So Silas definitely loves that. Silas will also love nature enthusiasts. So Silas is a vegetarian himself, but also he cares there it is. Sims that care deeply for the environment. I was literally about to say that. So he cares deeply about the environment and he wants to preserve it. Okay, and for right now, lastly, I'm going to add that Silas does not like argumentative Sims, okay? I think Silas is one of those Sims where for him, he believes that anything can be figured out with a good conversation, okay? He doesn't want anyone to start yelling at him or making it seem as if that, he's doing something incorrect or that something is just wrong. Okay. I think for Silas, he's like, we can figure this out. I mean, he was raised by, basically two hippies. Okay. He's really going to believe that there's going to be a middle ground everywhere. So he's not going to like if someone starts to argue with him. Okay, y'all, I need a little bit more help. So I'm going to look at what Silas already likes and dislikes. Okay. So I wrote that he likes photography, the color gray. He likes fitness, streetwear fashion, rocker fashion, the color black, classical music, metal music, writing, and blues music. Okay. Actually, this is giving me a better idea of what else I can add for Silas. Okay. Oh, I just realized. Oh, yeah. Okay, you guys, I'm kind of goofy. I have all of Silas's information right in front of me, but I didn't keep reading. Okay, so Silas plays the violin. We have yet to witness him do this in gameplay, but he does play the violin. At least from what I remember, I did put a violin in his room. And then he's also a photographer. So I think the other thing I'm going to add, I think I'm going to possibly add that he likes idealist Sims. Let me see. Okay, I am struggling a little bit with Silas, okay? So I gave Silas the civic planner profession. And so within that profession, Silas does build logic and charisma skills. And I'm thinking about giving Silas this idealistic Sims And so I'm sitting here and I'm trying to think what I was thinking. I'm reading back over my notes some more, trying to think what I was thinking, okay? And from what I remember thinking about Silas when I created him was that he really wanted to be a creative Sim, right? Like he really wanted to move people through music and art, but he also wanted to help the environment in a more tangible way. So I think for Silas, this is going to be kind of interesting. His career really supports like one part of himself, whereas his hobbies will support more of himself in full, which I do think a lot of us do live our lives this way. But all of that to say, I'm going to go ahead and have Silas like idealist Sims, which are Sims who just like to pursue their creative pursuits and things of that nature. And we're going to keep this blank here, okay? Because I don't think that Silas would dislike any Sims who are more logical or scientific or technological, because for him, he really does see that as a way to better the environment. Okay, so now we have conversation topics. So I believe the first one is definitely going to be either discussing hobbies or discussing interests. Let me see. I think Silas is going to enjoy discussing hobbies. As I mentioned, Silas does have a few artistic hobbies in photography and playing the violin. And so I think he would really enjoy discussing that with other people. Once again, I think Silas is also going to like deep thoughts. Silas is an emotional Sim. So Silas is gonna sit there and be like, I want to know more about you. Like tell me more. And I mean, he's already moody. He wears the black, okay? His favorite colors are black and gray. Yeah, he's a moody one. Ooh, okay. This one's gonna be kind of hard. I don't necessarily want to double down on Silas not liking arguments, but this one's very obvious compared to what I said that he already did not like. But then there's also complaints, which I do like this one for Silas because once again, from what I was speaking of before, I think Silas is one of those people where he believes that even if it's naively, okay, Silas is going to believe more that a lot of your issues can be figured out. We can figure out a better way so that you don't have to complain, okay? So I think that's what he's gonna do. I think he's gonna say, I don't like that. Okay, and lastly, just due to Silas's romantic trait, I'm trying to see, do I prefer flirtation or do I prefer affection? Okay, we're gonna do affection. We're gonna do affection, okay? So okay, so we are moving on to our more veteran contestants now. We have Miss Christina here. And you know, we know what she's been going through, okay? I really thought it was about to be her and Kari all the way, and now she is deeply in love with Leon. She actually has the milestone. I'll have to show you guys in the next episode, but she has the milestone that she fell in love with Leon. So interesting, okay? But yeah, let's review her aspiration and traits. Christina aspires to be a best-selling author, and she is unpredictable, likable, and awkward. Okay, y'all. All right, let's get started with Christina and her Sims characteristics. She would definitely like the homebody Sims, okay? She is one of those Sims who likes to hang out at home, do her writing, her reading, her knitting, you know. I think that's ultimately who she is. So she will definitely like homebody Sims. Okay, she will also like idealist Sims. She is a very creative Sim, just reminding you all of some of her skills. She is very skilled in knitting and guitar and apparently media production, which I must have forgot about. But yeah, so she would definitely like the creative Sims.
Oh,
okay, you guys, and I think lastly, we're gonna go with egotistical Sims. Okay, so this, I'm gonna have to kind of remind you all of the profile that I wrote for Christina. So with Christina, I had this thought that kind of when she blossomed into, I guess, her full womanly body, okay, there were people who just kind of had the wrong idea about who she was as a person. And I think she was just attracting a lot of people who were just way too into themselves. And so they weren't actually speaking with her and discussing with her what she likes, you know? And so I think she's going to actually go and say that she does not like egotistical Sims. I think Christina is a relatively laid back person, but when it comes to people who aren't going to, I guess, like interact with her and actually get to know her, she's like, man, get out of here. Okay. So yeah, that's what we're going to go for Sim characteristics. Now, conversation topics. I think Christina is one of those Sims who would enjoy discussing hobbies. Okay. She's already an awkward Sim, so she might have a bit of trouble, I guess, like just trying to talk to you about anything really. But at least if it's a hobby, she's going to be like, all right, cool. I like this hobby. You like this hobby. Let's discuss this hobby. Let's discuss more about, you know, what we can do here. She's also going to like silly behavior. Okay. She is an unpredictable Sim. So I think she's going to be like, you know what? Like, let's goof around a bit. I would totally love that. Okay. And lastly, I think I'm actually going to have Christina dislike small talk. Okay, so like I was saying, Christina is an awkward sim. And so I think for her, she's just going to have a difficult time trying to really talk to you. Okay. I don't know. She's gonna be like, I don't know if I really want to do all that. Okay. She's really gonna want to get into the nitty gritty. I don't think she's as deep. She's not as much of a deep thoughts person unless you actually get to know her. But I do think the small talk is something she would not like. Okay, and lastly, I think I will add this pranks here. You know, I think once again, because Christina is a little bit awkward, but also she's unpredictable. I think there's going to be times where she's going to be like, okay, I'm not sure what to do, but maybe this will make them laugh. And so she'll either do something really silly or she's going to do something kind of pranky. Okay. And so there you have it. Okay, moving along to Aragon and their new look. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I was like, let's cut Aragon's hair. Okay, anyway, y'all already heard me talk about that. So we're gonna go ahead and look at Aragon's traits. Once again, those traits are teasing, mysterious, and comforting. Okay, and then we have the master actor aspiration. Okay, and so now we're gonna kind of look into some characteristics and see what we want to decide for Aragon. Okay, first things first, Aragon will definitely like spirited sims. This comes from the idea of why I changed Aragon's trait to teasing. I changed it due to the idea that Aragon likes things to be new and fun. And even though he realized his fickle trait was kind of disrupting a lot of the relationships that they were having, Aragon's like, you know what, but I still want that energy in the relationships that I have. So definitely will like spirited sims. I think Aragon will actively dislike pessimistic sims though. I think Aragon is one of those people where Aragon's like, there's so much to celebrate in life. Why are you so upset? Like, figure it out. And once again, I'm just trying to create these characters as they are. And some people really feel that way. Okay. So don't come from the messenger. Okay. Okay. And we're actually going to give Aragon the lights hardworking sim. So just based on Aragon's profile, Aragon 1 is the oldest contestant in the house. Aragon left their hometown to pursue acting, and while doing this, they had so many different hobbies and hustles to make sure that they could continue to survive and thrive in Del Sol Valley. I think Aragon's definitely one of those people who's going to be like, you know, you really just got to work at it. You're going to get it, and it's going to be there for you. Like, I think that's the kind of person Aragon is. So conversation topics, there's 2 off the bat I know Aragon's gonna like. Aragon is going to like the flirtation, okay? Aragon's like, yes, flirt with me. Let's keep it interesting. Let me know you like me, okay? And it goes the same for the compliments. Aragon puts a lot of energy into their outfits, okay? Aragon's like, yes, give me all the love, yes, and I'm gonna dole some back out to you, okay? So off the bat, those are the 2 things Aragon definitely likes. Now, I'm actually gonna go ahead and say that Aragon does not like potty humor, okay? I think Aragon's one of those people where they're like, you know, we are all grown adults, okay? We don't need to make potty humor type of jokes, okay, to be able to laugh. We can just tell a story. We can just laugh that way, okay? Like, he's gonna be one of those people that is just like, no, we're not doing that, okay? And so lastly, I think, because I just kind of said this, I do think I'm going to say Aragon likes stories. So I think with Aragon, because they are a very outgoing social sim and Aragon's very bigger than life, I think Aragon does a lot of that through the stories that they tell. Like, Aragon's lived a really interesting life. Guest DJing, they're a food critic, they've been in acting commercials, they've probably met so many different kinds of people out in Del Sol Valley. So I believe that Aragon will have plenty of stories to share and would want others to share their story with them. Okay, so we have Leon here. Now, Leon is a determined, neat, and smart sim. Okay, so oh, I never changed this. Hold up, y'all. This is a lie. That was a lie. Oh, I forgot to change that. That was a whole lie. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. I forgot to change that. I was supposed to change that a minute ago. Okay. So once again, Leon is a determined, neat, and smart sim, and he aspires to be fabulously wealthy, which honestly, he kind of is already. He is doing what he needs to do. Okay, so let's kind of get into these sim characteristics. Off the bat, Leon's gonna want someone who matches his vibe, okay? Leon was like, you know what? I'm gonna climb these ranks. I know I'm smart. I know I'm great. I want someone to be able to have a smart, intelligent conversation with. So he will definitely like cerebral sims. Okay, so I think one's a little bit unexpected. I'm gonna say that Leon likes family motivated sims. Okay, so with Leon's more recent trait change from cold-hearted to smart, I believe Leon, really just wants a family. He wants the support. So he's gonna want to be with someone who also thinks about family, really. So yeah, I think that's a great one. Let me see what else. Okay, y'all gonna hate me for this one. Okay, I think Leon's not gonna like pets. Okay, I don't think he has a problem with actual animals or pets, but I think with him being a neat sim, he's going to be like, okay, what's all this pet fur? Okay, I can't do all of this. I can't do all this sneezing. Okay, you just hacked up a fur ball? I can't do that. That's going to be Leon. So I think for Leon, if he met someone who then was like, okay, I got 4 cats, Leon's gonna be like, nah. So, okay. Okay, and lastly, we're definitely gonna add the does not like ambitious sims. Once again, Leon has really climbed the ranks. He is very high level in his company as a young Black person. Okay, so he's like, nah, I don't like that you don't have goals for yourself. He's gonna actively not like that person. Okay. Okay, so conversation topics. Let me think about this. Okay, y'all, this is so hard. I'm trying not to be biased. And so in the spirit of me not being biased, I'm going to say Leon likes small talk, okay? Leon holds a very high position at his company. And how else could Leon have done that without making small talk, okay? He made a lot of small talk with a lot of people and they gave him the information he needed. And so he was able to use that information and keep going, keep making the money, keep getting the promotions. Okay, so he's gonna like small talk. And the reason I'm so upset about it is because I said Christina does not like small talk and they are so cute, but we gonna see if they can make it through. Okay, we gonna just have to see. Okay, so we are gonna have Leon like discussing interest. Okay, so I think with Leon, dang, okay. So I do think with Leon, he is very smart person. I think he's very well read, and so if he can have a great conversation with someone along those lines, I think that would just be great for him and for whoever he's speaking with. Let's see. Okay, I at least need one more, and I'm really trying to think what it should be. Okay, y'all. Okay, so lastly, I actually think that Leon's going to like complaints. Okay, but hear me out. Okay, hear me out. I think the reason Leon's going to like complaints is because imagine this. young Leon in the corporate office. He's by the water cooler, chatting with some coworkers, and they start complaining. They're like, man, Barbara in accounting, she ran these numbers wrong. And when I confronted her about it, she said that it was the software issue that has been going on for so long. And, she just wasn't sure how to fix it. Okay. So someone's complaining about Barbara in accounting, and Leon has this great idea. Leon's like, you know what? I think I know how to change the code within the software to then go ahead and make sure Barbara doesn't have that problem anymore. Okay. So, okay, I'm so goofy, y'all. But honestly, I just think Leon's like, you know what? Hearing people's complaints allows me to be able to turn that into something better. And once again, that allows me to get a promotion. Okay. Okay. I haven't made. Okay, we need at least one more. I do want Leon to dislike something. Okay, I think lastly, Leon will not like pranks. Okay, Leon does not like looking bad. Okay, as y'all can tell, Leon is very polished. He's very smart, very determined, very neat. Like, he made it so that he ain't trying to look goofy at any moment. Okay, he made it so that people take him seriously, and that's why he's in the position he is in today. So he's gonna be one of those people who's like, no, do not prank me. I'm about to come for you if you prank me. Okay. So Leon will not like pranks. Okay, next we have Miss Kari. She has an aspiration of musical genius, whereas you guys, I actually need to change this. Okay? So in my notes, this is what I wrote to myself. I had written that she was going to start out by being a musical genius, but her aspiration will become nerd brain. Okay, so I'm actually going to go ahead and change this. Okay, and the nerd brain aspiration once again comes from my profile on Kari, where she has a lot of skills in fabrication, robotics, and handiness. Even though she is a songbird, okay, she has all these different aspirations to be something more than just an idol. Okay, so let's remind ourselves of her traits, though. We have high-spirited. She's energetic, playful, loves doing exciting things. She is bashful, sometimes can lack confidence around her romantic interest, and then she has perfect pitch. So let's go ahead and look at this. Okay, so let's get into the sim characteristics. Off the bat, she's gonna like high energy sims. Okay, she's gonna like sims who can match her level and just want to go out and just do things. Okay, she's gonna be like, do you want to explore the world with me? Let's go explore the world. That is Kari. Okay, I had to pause the recording and really think about what I was saying before I kept moving forward. Okay, so first, Kari does like optimistic sims as well as spirited sims. Okay, so she does like optimistic and spirited sims. She is a very high energy, optimistic person herself. She really likes to spread a lot of good vibes to others, especially with her being an idol. Even though she doesn't aspire to be a musician or a world famous idol or anything of that nature, she loved that her music can inspire others. So I think she's definitely one of those people who are like, yes, optimistic, yes, spirited, like, yes, I want to go out and do things and interact with others. Okay, I think she will also like cerebral sims. Okay, as I mentioned, she is skilled in fabrication and handiness, and so I do think she would like those sims who also, I guess, like to improve their mental skills, such as the logic and things of that nature. Hopefully this translates as such in gameplay. Well, we're gonna find out. Okay, but I do think Kari would dislike emotional decision makers, and this is my thought behind it. Okay, when I think about Kari and I think about how high energy she is and how optimistic she can be, I do think she would struggle to be around people who would make a split decision about whether or not they are into her. Okay. Now, if it's a split decision that can be supported by logic, fine. Okay. But if it's a split decision where it's kind of just like, oh my gosh, I hated that you said that, we're over, we're through, she's going to be like, the hell? Right? She's going to be like, what? Now we have conversation topics. Now, let's see. Okay. All right. So Kari definitely likes stories. Okay. Kari was an Mount Komorebi idol. She sang and she always received all this fan mail that just talked about all the stories about how she inspired others, or, you know, stories about just her fans and other people and just the interactions and the talking. I think for her, she's like, oh yeah, I love stories. I love when people want to talk to me more about what's going on. So she definitely likes stories. With that, I actually think Kari's going to like gossip, you guys. I think for Kari, she thinks gossip is more harmless than I think other people may think. I think for her, she's like, oh no, this is harmless. And plus, with her being an idol, I think she's always just had a lot of gossip around her and she was able to just like brush it off. So she's going to be like, why can't others just brush it off? And sometimes it's just funny. Sometimes it's amusing. I think she's going to like gossip. I do think she would not like compliments though. Even though she is a fashion stylist, I mean, as of right now, she is a fashion stylist. I think for her, because she is a bashful sim, sometimes the attention is just a lot. So she's not always going to want someone to compliment on what she's wearing, even if she does look great. So we are now moving on to Jaime. Now, there is one thing I want to bring up about Jaime before I move forward. So y'all, I definitely kept changing this to is romantically attracted to both men and women. I did this for like everyone, but somehow his just keeps defaulting to men. So I think Jaime's like actually bisexual, but he is like, you know what? I am very much into men. Now, I will say this does say that he is exploring romantically. I think this has to do with the challenge, honestly, because I think I did try to keep that to yes. And maybe that's why this keeps getting toggled off. So yeah, y'all, I mean, this is Jaime. Jaime really just likes men and male-bodied sims more than anything, but I guess he will interact with many sims for other reasons. So that's just a little side note. I'm so proud of my little Jaime. Okay, so let me go ahead and get into these likes and dislikes. So Jaime's traits are impulsive, sporty, and soft. Okay. Once again, soft is that like they have a soft spot for the people that they love and they're not really going to get angry at them for anything. And then of course, his aspiration is bodybuilder. So Sims characteristics, definitely likes high energy Sims here. That is definitely a thing. I don't think Jaime's going to like homebody Sims, okay? Jaime, I don't necessarily think Jaime's going to be like, you need to go out and party all the time, right? But I do think he's going to be like, there's a lot to do out in the world. Let's go do it. And so I think he would struggle to be with someone who wants to just be in the house all the time. He's going to struggle with that. He likes family motivated Sims. Okay. Now with Jaime, you know, I think I mentioned this in his profile that, you know, his mother and father had such a great relationship and he hears the stories from his mother, you know, prior to his father passing. And, you know, Jaime's just like, this is what I want for me. Like, I want my family to really just be a great unit. So I think, you know, Jaime really likes family motivated Sims. Oh, and lastly, Jaime does like pet enthusiasts. Okay. So Jaime's mom was a veterinarian. He grew up in Brittleton Bay, lived near the dog park, And, you know, he has a dog of his own. So yeah, he definitely loves pets, So unlike Leon, he might end up dating somebody with 4 cats. I mean, we don't know. Okay, we're going to jump into conversation topics. Okay. Okay, so Jaime is impulsive. Let's play it like it is. So I'm actually going to say that he likes arguments. He's going to be one of those people where he thinks an argument is actually just a nice heated debate. Okay, so I know some people like this, and this is not me. I would definitely dislike arguments. Okay. But I think there's some people who just like the heat and the passion of discussing a topic and being like, yes, this is that, and this is that, and this is fine, and this is that. And then all of a sudden they're like perfectly fine. Like at the end of that conversation, it's almost like they're like, no, we were just chit-chatting. And I think that's how Jaime's going to see it too. Where for me, that is not me. That is, do not play with me. Because I'm just going to think you don't like me, and then we going to be done. Okay. Anyway, okay, not about me. Let's see. Honestly, y'all, I think Jaime's going to like compliments. Okay. Jaime has the aspiration of a bodybuilder. He's very sporty. Okay. He's going to be like, you know, I built my body to be a great vessel. Okay. I think he's going to be one of those people who would be really into, I think he'd just be one of those people who'd be really into people complimenting him. Like he'd be like, oh, okay, cute. Okay, y'all. So I do think Jaime's going to dislike complaints. So once again, with Jaime being an impulsive sim, you know, this is how I imagine it. I imagine Jaime just having a nice heated debate. Let's call it a heated debate, an argument with someone. And, you know, let's just say that, you know, Jaime won the debate with quotes around that. Okay. I think someone might start complaining. They'll be like, man, well, you just pulled your facts off of Wikipedia when it's not even factual. That's a lie. But, you know, let's just say that that's what they said. And Jaime's going to be like, you know what? You just mad that you ain't know it first. You just mad that you ain't know that fact. So you could have said it back to me. Okay. So I feel like for him, he's going to think that when people complain, it's just one of those things where they're trying to bring up something that's against him, when in reality, Jaime's just like, well, you should have just knew your facts. Okay. So he's going to dislike complaints. And then lastly, I do think Jaime would like affection. Now, I was trying to reserve this for my romantic sims only, but I mean, Jaime literally has a soft trait, meaning they seldom get angry around their loved ones. Now with this trait, I'm not quite sure if it's only referring to romantic loved ones or family or whichever, but I do think with Jaime, he would be a very affectionate father, son. I guess he's also a son. He doesn't have any siblings. Or just like an affectionate partner, really. Like, I do think that that's what Jaime would want. Okay, y'all. So lastly, we are on to my favorite, Miss Stella McLaren. We got Miss Stella here. Okay, y'all. I'm so extra. I am so extra. Anyway, so Stella is a party animal. She is a cool sim. She can be envious, and then she's also a barfly. So off the bat, I kind of already know what I want to do. She definitely likes spirited sims. She likes people who can keep the party going. Like that's who she is. Definitely into that. Now the other things are a little bit harder. Let me think. Okay, so going back to the profile and some of the traits that she has, I do think that Stella is a nature enthusiast. She grew up in Newcrest, and the family trips she took growing up, they went to Mount Komorebi and they would do snowboarding and skiing. And so I think for her, she would actually like nature enthusiasts. She's like, I want to continue those traits. I kind of want to continue those traditions. So let's keep doing that. So she's definitely going to like nature enthusiasts. Okay, y'all. So this is a new one because I don't think I've touched this one yet. I think Stella does not like rascals, okay? I think with Stella, she is one of those Sims similar to Tess and Leon where like she doesn't like looking stupid, okay? She doesn't like looking stupid. She doesn't want somebody to be trying to play her like she's dumb, regardless of a joke. So she's definitely going to be one of those Sims that is like, you know, don't come around me. Don't come around me with that crazy stuff, okay? But yeah, with rascals, I really just think she's just going to be like, don't come around me with that stuff. Do not try to make me look bad, okay? Because that's not it. That's not it. Now for conversation topics. I think she's actually going to like complaining, okay? So this comes about from her envious trait, okay? She's going to like complaining because she's going to be like, all right, cool, bet. You don't got what you need? Cool. Then I don't need to be envious of you. I don't need to be jealous of you. Now, of course, like all the Sims, they have room for improvement, okay? But I think that's how she is. She's going to really like when people complain to her. I think she's also going to like flirtation. Now, if you think back to episodes 1 and 2, where she was really flirting it up with Aragon, I think that's why their relationship grew so much, because they were both very into, you know, exchanging these one-off lines with each other. Like, I think it was just great for her, and I think it was great for her confidence. And once again, because she's an envious Sim, I think it kind of fulfilled a part of her that was kind of jealous of others, or if others get attention and she doesn't, because she was getting so much attention. I think flirtation's a big thing for her. Okay, y'all. So this is gonna be something a little different too. I think Stella likes silly behavior, and hear me out. Okay, Stella is a barfly. Okay. So honestly, even though we ain't really see her get drunk in this episode, let's just say, like, you know, she's a recent college grad in like the last 1 to 2 years. Okay. So I think in her college years, she'd probably get drunk a lot. And there was probably like so many silly stories and like just dumb stuff that was happening. And I think for her, it just elicits so many good memories where she's like, yeah, you know what? Let's just keep doing that. Like, I love to be silly with you. I'm going to say that she doesn't like deception, you guys. At first I was going to say gossip, but I think this is more deeper than just gossip. Okay. She doesn't like deception. Yes. So Stella does not like deception. If you think back to episode 4, where there was a lot going on with a lot of my Sims, where they were just flirting it up with each other, and then everybody was getting jealous back and forth. And then really since then, it just has not been the same for Stella. Like, I feel like she just thinks she can't trust anybody in the house. And while some Sims have gotten back up and they're seeing like, okay, who can I talk to now? Like, maybe I just need to get to know more people. Stella's like, F all of y'all. I am done with all of y'all. She really feels like they did her dirty. When, you know what, let's not talk about whether or not she's right, okay? But I think for her, she's like, a lot of people deceived me and I put my heart out there. And I think for her, she's like, I am not, like, I don't play. I do not play. Do not try and deceive me for a joke or for a prank or for nothing, okay? And so, y'all, that's it. That's it for this video. So what I'm gonna do is pan through all the Sims, set the likes and dislikes that I have for them. And yeah, I think at this point, I am truly ready to continue playing. Now, I hope y'all can forgive me for delaying the heart signal episodes, but I hope this makes up for it. Now, if you do have any suggestions or any thoughts, if you've actually been watching the series and keeping up with it, and maybe there's something I miss, feel free to put it down in the comments. What I'll do is leave this episode up for hopefully a day or two before I record the next episodes, just so everybody gets a chance to kind of say their piece. And then afterwards, I'm going to go ahead and record with what I have. All right, please like, comment, subscribe, especially if you liked this video and you want to see more. otherwise, I'll see you all in the next episode of Heart Signal. Until then, have a great day.